Imagine waking up every morning feeling vibrant, healthy, and full of energy. Not just in your 40s or 50s, but well into your 90s. Sounds impossible, right? Well, prepare to have your mind blown. Meet the 92-year-old who's defying all medical expectations and living a life so active and healthy, it puts most 30-year-olds to shame. This isn't a story of good genes or pure luck. It's about 5 simple yet revolutionary habits that have kept illness at bay for 3 decades, even the common cold. These aren't your typical health tips. They're unconventional practices that fly in the face of conventional wisdom. But here's the kicker. The most powerful of these habits takes just 90 seconds each morning. It's so easy you might be tempted to dismiss it, but don't be fooled. This tiny ritual has the backing of the National Institute on Aging and could be the key to unlocking a level of health and vitality you never thought possible at any age. Are you ready to discover the morning routine that's keeping a nonagenarian healthier than people a third their age? Buckle up, because what you're about to learn might just change your life. Before we continue, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment and support us by turning on the notification bell.
Here's a glimpse of how my mornings used to unfold. At 60, I often woke up feeling stiff. I'd clumsily make my way to the bathroom with heavy legs and a foggy mind. There was even a time I tripped over my slippers because my feet weren't fully awake. It was then I realized that unless I sent a wake-up call to my body, it would continue to snooze. Nowadays, I never skip it. I do it before my coffee and before checking the news. If I forget, my body quickly reminds me. It's not the stretching that's remarkable, but the habit. Consistency is what reprograms the body, not the effort in each movement. The Mayo Clinic has conducted studies revealing that regular, low-intensity stretching in the morning can lower inflammation, improve joint health, and even help manage blood pressure for older adults. This is not just hype, it's backed by science. And here's the truth. You don't need to practice yoga, own a mat, or even leave your bed. Just dedicate 90 seconds and give your muscles a simple reminder. We're still in this together. Ask yourself, when was the last time you genuinely wished your body a good morning? Aging doesn't occur suddenly. It happens in fleeting moments, like these that are often unnoticed. And it's in these moments that you have the chance to start anew. Every morning after I move, I drink something that has prevented illness for over 30 years. It's not a supplement, a pill, or a pricey superfood from the web. It's a warm glass of water with lemon, turmeric, and a bit of black pepper. That's all there is to it. Don't let its simplicity deceive you. This routine is incredibly potent. It's the first thing my body receives every day. It primes my immune system, reduces inflammation, and stimulates digestion before I eat breakfast. Let's break it down. Lemon. Fresh lemon juice infuses your body with vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that boosts white blood cell production, the frontline defense of the immune system. According to the Linus Pauling Institute at Oregon State University, vitamin C doesn't just fend off illness, it helps reduce its duration, particularly for older people. It also stimulates bile production in the liver, aiding in digestion and preventing toxin buildup. Ever wonder why digestion slows with age? Often, it's due to low stomach acid, and lemon helps remedy that. Next is turmeric, one of nature's most potent anti-inflammatory roots. It contains curcumin, a compound shown in numerous peer-reviewed studies to reduce inflammation markers in the body, which increase as we age and can lead to chronic diseases, joint pain, and cognitive decline. A study in Frontiers in Pharmacology found that curcumin supplementation boosted immune function in aging adults and decreased oxidative stress. However, there's a trick to it. Black pepper is more than just a seasoning. It's an activator. It contains piperine, which boosts curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. Without it, turmeric barely makes it into the bloodstream. Together, these three ingredients form what I call my golden glass. It takes less than 5 minutes to prepare. Just heat a cup of water. Not boiling, but warm enough to drink. Squeeze in half a lemon, stir in 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, and a pinch of black pepper. Stir, sip, and let it work its magic. I've had this drink nearly every morning for 3 decades. Not because I found it online, but because I felt its impact. When I started, I suffered from sinus infections twice a year and achy joints every winter. I always felt sluggish after breakfast. 2 weeks into this habit, my digestion improved. I wasn't bloated anymore. My joints felt more flexible. I hadn't changed anything else. A few months later, I noticed I hadn't been sick in almost a year. That was 30 years ago, and I've kept it up ever since. Do I still encounter viruses? Certainly. But my body no longer rolls out the welcome mat for them. But my body no longer welcomes them warmly. It's awake and aware, ready for action. This golden drink is more than just a beverage. It's a signal. Like the movement ritual, it informs my body. We're on a fence today. You don't need costly supplements or complicated routines. You need small, consistent habits whispering, I care about you. So tomorrow, before your toast pops or eggs crack, pour yourself something golden. As you drink, remember that it's not just a beverage. It's a declaration. I choose health, not by accident, but by design. I don't walk just for exercise. I walk for healing. Every day, regardless of the weather, I step outside for a 15-minute anti-inflammatory walk. No headphones, no phone, just movement and breath. People often underestimate walking, viewing it as something you do when you can't run, like an afterthought. But at 92, I know it's the foundation. In my 60s, I used to jog, thinking I needed to sweat to stay young. Then I read a study that changed my perspective. It said simply, walking can reduce systemic inflammation, manage blood sugar, boost memory, and even lower the risk of death by 39%. That's when I stopped chasing sweat and started embracing rhythm. Walking isn't just about moving your body forward. It's about putting everything else back in place. Your joints, lymphatic system, nervous system, even your thoughts. And the key is, I do it daily, without fail. I don't walk far. Sometimes it's just around the block. But I never skip it. Not because of discipline, but because I know what happens when I miss it. I feel stiff. My joints ache. My thoughts get foggy, and my digestion slows down. But after walking, I feel rejuvenated. There's science supporting this. A study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that just 20 minutes of walking reduced levels of C-reactive protein, an inflammation marker, in older adults. Another study from Stanford revealed that walking enhances creativity and mental clarity more than any seated activities. But what really convinced me was an experience 25 years ago when I skipped my walk.
Where are you watching us from? Let us know in the comments.
I got busy, promised myself I'd walk later, but the day slipped away. For the first time in years, I felt old. Not tired or sore, just old. Like my joints weren't mine. Like my lungs had forgotten to stretch. That's when I realized walking wasn't optional. It was essential. Now I treat my daily walk like a prescription. I put on shoes with good support, start slowly, and focus on my breathing. 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. I gently swing my arms to keep my posture open. And here's something you might not expect. I smile while walking. Not because I'm happy, but because it makes me happy. Smiling activates the vagus nerve, an important part of the nervous system. It regulates inflammation, heart rate, and digestion. One study in psychosomatic medicine found that smiling during movement amplifies the anti-stress effects of physical activity. So, I smile, I breathe, I walk 15 minutes a day, and it has brought me decades of strength. You don't need fancy gear or perfect weather. You don't even need energy, as walking gives you that. Your body was designed to move, and every step declares, I still can. If you've felt stuck, tired, or foggy, don't wait for motivation. Put on your shoes, open the door, and tell your body, let's start anew. Because movement is life. There's one nutrient I never skip, not once in doing over 30 years. It's not a vitamin or a magic mineral. Protein isn't some magical substance, it's a fundamental building block. When I hit 60, I thought my diet was pretty good. I was eating fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and occasionally taking a multivitamin. Yet, I still noticed I was getting weaker, and my energy would plummet by mid-morning. I began forgetting names, where I left things like my keys, and even whether I had lunch. Initially, I thought these were signs of getting older, but my doctor pointed out, you're simply not consuming enough protein. As we age, especially past 60, our bodies become less effective at processing protein, so we actually need more to support muscles, memory, immunity, and healing. That's when I completely overhauled my breakfast routine. Instead of reaching for cereal or toast, I started having what I call the brain and body breakfast. It's easy to make. 1 boiled egg, a cup of Greek yogurt, a handful of walnuts, and a few blueberries. This provides over 25 grams of high-quality protein, along with anti-inflammatories, healthy fats, and antioxidants that support brain health. This meal doesn't just satisfy me, it powers me. And here's why it's crucial. Protein isn't just for those building muscle, it supports immune cells, which are composed of amino acids. It's essential for enzymes that aid in tissue repair and for neurotransmitters that help keep the brain alert. According to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults consuming 25-30 grams of protein per meal had better muscle mass, fewer hospital stays, and even lived longer. Another study from Tufts University found that seniors with higher protein levels had stronger immune reactions to illnesses and vaccines. This isn't solely about muscle, it's about overall resilience. However, all proteins aren't equal. That's why my focus is on complete proteins, which include all 9 essential amino acids. Eggs are perfect here. Greek yogurt provides complete protein plus calcium and probiotics. While walnuts aren't complete proteins, they are rich in omega-3s and inflammation reducers. And blueberries, they offer antioxidants that tie everything together. This breakfast isn't just filling, it's stabilizing. An unexpected benefit I noticed was how my blood sugar levels became stable. I used to have energy crashes around 11 a.m., but now I maintain steady energy like I did in my 40s. With this routine, irrespective of whether I have meetings, long drives, or appointments, I stay alert and steady. This happens because I start my day prioritizing what's most important. It's not complicated either. Sometimes I'll have cottage cheese with flax seeds, a small portion of grilled chicken on sprouted toast, or even a lentil scramble if I'm feeling adventurous. But the core rule remains unchanging. Never skip protein, especially in the morning. That's the time your body decides its performance level for the day. Just like you wouldn't drive a car running on empty, why do that to your body? A breakfast rich in protein isn't luxury, it's essential. You can adopt this approach tomorrow, regardless of your age or past habits, because your body cares about what you feed it today. Something I've never heard from any doctor before. Your mind often falls ill before your body does. To genuinely stay youthful, it's essential to focus on your mind first. Each morning, before interacting with others or checking the weather, I practice something called mental tuning. It's neither meditation nor therapy. Here's what I do. I sit quietly for 3 minutes and envision the day I wish to experience. I don't think about traffic, errands, or bills. Instead, I focus on the feelings I want to cultivate: calmness, strength, steadiness, usefulness, and imagine myself navigating the day in that state.
Even typing 1 if you liked the video means a lot to us. We'd love to hear your thoughts about our videos and our channel.
Confident while driving, clear in conversations, at ease with whatever comes my way. This may seem minor, but it's the most impactful action I take. Interestingly, your brain can't distinguish vividly imagined scenarios from real ones. This isn't just motivational talk, it's grounded in neuroscience. Researchers like Dr. Joe Dispenza and teams at Harvard demonstrate through fMRI scans that when people vividly imagine an action, the same brain areas activate as if they were performing it for real. Over time, this process rewires your nervous system. In other words, you can prepare your body to be calm, focused, and alert, even before you step out of the house. Why is this important? Because chronic stress is the leading immune system disruptor. Not germs or genetics, but stress. It elevates cortisol levels, harming brain cells, weakening immunity, and reducing muscle mass. As we age, stress manifests differently, often as confusion, fatigue, and unexpected illness. However, dedicating 3 minutes each morning to tune your mind can transform everything. Let me share a story. I had a friend who was my age and of a similar health background, but he was constantly stressed about news, politics, and finances. His life seemed like a perpetual fight-or-flight situation. One day, he suddenly collapsed from a heart issue without warning. Though he recovered, things changed for him. He once asked me, "Why are you never stressed? Don't you have worries?" I replied, "Worry is a thief, and every morning I lock it out with intention and end the day with resilience. And the most incredible part is that calming the mind can lead to a more relaxed body. Blood pressure drops, immune cells become more active, memory sharpens, and even digestion improves." A 2016 study from the University of Wisconsin-Madison found just 5 minutes of daily mental rehearsal lowered anxiety, increased focus, and boosted immune responses in adults over 65, with effects lasting weeks. So yes, I exercise, eat protein, and drink turmeric tonic. But without mental tuning, none of it would be as effective, because thoughts influence your hormones, and hormones affect your health. You don't need to be a monk or a guru or have candles and mantras. Just sit. Envision strength. Envision joy. Picture yourself driving confidently, unfazed by traffic, untouched by illness. Gradually, this vision becomes reality. It wasn't luck, genetics, or a secret technique I kept hidden all these years. It was about 5 simple choices made daily and consistently. 5 small habits that rewired my body and potentially saved my life. And you don't need to be 92 to start. You just need to begin. The morning movement, the nourishing meals, the rejuvenating walk, the mind nurturing the body. All may appear small, but they're powerful. Health doesn't vanish suddenly. It fades away with neglected actions and returns in quiet, intentional decisions that rebuild strength.
Which of these habits inspired you the most? Leave a comment and let's grow stronger together.
Thought by thought, step by step, bite by bite. If you're wondering if it's too late, remember, you're still here. You still have the chance, and you're already on the path. But there's something else I haven't mentioned yet. There's one more secret I carry out each night, after the daily habits, meals, walking, and thought work. It's something that restores my body during sleep, and science suggests it might hold the key to reversing aging itself. We'll discuss that next.
The information in this video is for educational purposes only, compiled from open sources, and does not substitute medical advice. Please consult your doctor for any health-related concerns. After subscribing, let us know where you're watching from, and don't forget to turn on notifications. We'd be happy to get to know you.